Me myself, being from the New York area, you could kind of I appreciated the promos that they had going into AEW Dynamite with Hook, right? The kind of the on the stoop stair in the city, he's eating his bag of chips. It's raining. Just a real type of a badass type of a promo, right? And Hook, I believe, on his record, he has like one loss, right? Something to that regard. But even with that one loss, and the record of like 25 and whatever I think it was like 25-1. We really had a hard time believing in Hook. At least I did had a hard time believing in Hook. Maybe because it was the quality of opponents that Hook had. Whatever it is exactly. To me, it did not feel believable. It did not feel like a believable 25 and whatever record that Hook has. But they built him up, okay? And from what the guy's a good, he good mat wrestler, right? Unbelievable strength. But I think this match, you're almost at a point now of no return. Okay? Here's what I mean. First of all, didn't like the whole thing, and I know that's part of his persona, right? But just my opinion, didn't like the whole thing where Hook had his back to Samoa Joe, as he normally does. Hook is in the ring first, and he's just kind of chilling, like not paying attention, looking into the crowd as Samoa Joe. He has his back turned to him as Samoa Joe is entering the ring. Didn't like that at all. Okay, first of all, this is Samoa Joe. This is your world champion. This is the guy that could kill you. Realistically, it's double his size. The amount of offense that Samoa Joe needed to lay into this kid to beat him was unbelievable. It's this is as in Hook was a 15-time world's champion, where it just, you need all the offense in the world to beat him. So, two things happened here, right? It makes Samoa Joe's offense almost look like it's weak because Samoa Joe threw everything out at Hook, and he couldn't pin him for the three. One is a brainbuster or one of these deadly finishes Samoa Joe does on Hook, and it's a one count. So if Samoa Joe needed all of this offense to beat Hook, which was an insane amount of offense to beat Hook, what type of, he's going to need an even bigger, now in a sense, offense to beat his next opponent. Because he barely did it with this offense to beat Hook. See what I mean? So it's like they overdone it, kicking out at one. There was another instance there where he has another finisher and he's just already, getting, he has, takes a spill, hurts, goes through a table, hits his head, and he's up. And he's up walking around. After match is over, he doesn't need any help to the back. It's as if he was beaten with a roll up. So, in essence, what happens is you made Samoa Joe's offense look really, really weak, and Hook look like Superman. There could have been many ways that you could have done this to just kind of paint this match in a better way. So now, with that being said, you've gone to this point now where Samoa Joe seems like he's going to need to pull out the kitchen sink to beat everyone because it took this much to beat Hook. Now, if you're AEW, you created all this controversy with Hook, all this buzz. It's up to AEW now to follow up on that. And that's been kind of AEW's problem. Once they kind of create controversy or create some type of a buzz around the superstar, they don't follow up on it. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Hook now for another 4 weeks after the buzz that he has created in that match, because unfortunately that's what AEW does, it seems like. So AEW really needs to kind of grab this by the horns and kind of go with it now, since you've gotten this far with Hook, and not forget about it, or else what was the point in that over the top almost offense? That kitchen sink thrown at Hook, and he still survives. Now you gotta capitalize on it, or else it just really makes Samoa Joe, honestly, I think, look weak.